So San Diego Comic-Con has officially started, and that means they've officially shown what they had at the G.I. Joe panel. We're going to do a quick recap, run through everything they showed right now, and give some opinions. So let's dive right into it right now. But first, if you are new here on the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button as well. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button, and you know what? You might as well hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos like our weekly show or our weekly live stream. Anyways, thank you for your support. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay, so right away, Comic-Con, let's start with Lara Croft. Now, don't be confused. This is a deluxe retro card back. And what does that mean? That means they're going to charge you more. But you know what? It makes sense when you think about it, because I'm assuming Lara Croft has some kind of licensing fee for her. But you know what? I think she looks absolutely stunning. She comes with a ton of accessories. Now, that price point is a bit expensive, but I do think she looks really badass. So I think it's worth it. I already have mine pre-ordered. Links are on the community page for Amazon. So check that out. Let me know in the comments if you were able to secure a Lara Croft, a deluxe retro card back Lara Croft. Anyways, so moving on from that, they showed off the Range Viper, which is getting reissued because apparently most people missed out on him during his first release. And then of course, Night Force Psych Out. So for Psych Out, for me, I was never a fan of Psych Out from a Real American Hero, but for some reason, this Night Force Psych Out really speaks to me. I really enjoy him. So I think he is going to be a very cool addition to the Night Force team. Obviously, with his powers, he is fighting the dire tech stuff that Crystal Ball has. So it's kind of building the lore. It looks good. I think they did a great job with him. Of course, also pick up the Range Viper if you have not done so as of yet, because he is one of the best characters in the classified line, and I would highly recommend picking him up. Now, after that, they moved on to Retro and basically showed off, we've seen the previously at the previous show, they showed the render reveals, but now they showed pictures of what the figures actually look like. So a little bit more detail. Right off the bat, they started with Falcon. I love how they joked that they actually fixed his face, because Falcon had a horrible face, that original Falcon. So I'm glad they fixed him. Next up, they showed off the troop builder of the line in the Cobra Valkyrie. I mean, she looks stunning in that classic cartoon blue. A really good troop builder if you could get a few on discount potentially or on a sale. Anyways, so that is pretty cool as well. Then the last one is none other than Flash. The OG 13 is complete with this Flash. I think they did a really good job on him. It looks really good. Obviously, he comes on that retro card back, mimicking that retro look from back in the day with that weird pose where he's in the back there. I think he's a must get. I'm definitely going to add him to my collection as well. The only one out of these three for now. Let's look at the retro classified. So the retro card backs go up for pre-order on July 28th, so next week. So keep an eye out for that at your favorite retailer. So after that, they talked about the Mad Marauders 2-pack featuring Footloose and Junkyard, and it is a Famazon exclusive. After that, they talked about the Crimson Snake Armor, and that one is an Amazon exclusive. So it's basically straight up repaint of the original one. So that's kind of cool if you're into that. After that, at the panel, they brought out Sergeant Slaughter, and of course, they finally revealed officially what the Triple T looked like, showing off the canopy, without the canopy, a few glamour shots of Sarge jumping out of the Triple T. So I mean, it looks really good. I think they've nailed it. For people that collect G.I. Joe classified vehicles and have the space for it, I think it's a must get. Apparently, they also confirmed that the tracks do work, just like I mentioned in my short, because a lot of people had concern about that. It looked like molded plastic in the render, but I mean, overall, I think they nailed it. I don't know if I'm going to pick one up because it's pretty big and I don't really have the space for it, as you can see. And of course, the Triple T goes up for pre-order on August 12th and will be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So we don't know necessarily the price as of yet, but I would assume it's going to be around $120. So after that, they jumped right into name only reveals, which we got a full wave basically of name only reveals. It starts with Hardball. Everyone loves that guy. Then it moves on to another version of Shipwreck. After that, we have the Heat Viper, and we have an original Dreadlock named Flatline. The last one is October Guard Diana. Now, a lot of people in the crowd of the panel were super excited to officially hear that they're going to start to do the October Guard. I mean, a long loved base of characters, and you know what? They'll will get deployed over the next few waves in 2027 for sure. They also teased that there's another Night Force 2-pack coming, and it has Snake Eyes and Jinx in it. I'm not really sure who asked for this. I mean, I understand that they do have to finish these lines, these sublines. So, I mean, I guess this is a way to get that Snake Eyes out there along with Jinx. But I mean, we already have about 7 or 8 Snake Eyes, so I'm not really sure how popular this will be. But you know what? It's coming. And if for anyone out there that really likes Ninja Force, I'm sure they're going to be excited. Next up, they actually announced that next year is the 40th anniversary of the G.I. Joe movie, the cartoon movie. And basically, they are taking the retro line, and every single release will be related to a movie character, either re-releasing some of the previously released ones, or that were not on Retro Cardback, and even potentially using some of the exclusives to put on Retro Cardback. This one's kind of interesting because, like, this way for Retro, we just had Falcon, so they're going to redo him again for a third time. Also, at the same time, we've already ran through most of the most interesting characters from the movie as previous exclusives: Pythona, Nemesis Enforcer, Once a Man Cobra Commander, even Serpentor. These ones are already done, so are they going to put some of these former exclusives on the Retro Cardback and re-release them? Only time will tell. Obviously, it was rumored that we would get a Serpentor on Cardback, so I mean, I'm assuming that's going to happen. It won't have the vehicle, it'll just be Serpentor. I mentioned that they did they've already done a bunch of the big bad guys, so could this finally mean we get Globulus? That is the biggest guy that they could do from the movie series. I've done a video on a channel before. I mean, I think he's got to come. I mean, what else are they going to do, right? So hopefully we'll have, fingers crossed, we'll get more details in the coming months about this 40th anniversary line for the movie coming to Retro Cardback. Now, last but not least, after that, the big reveal. Of course, there's always that one more thing. And of course, finally, we get to see the G.I. Joe classified Thunder Machine. And you know what? They put a render up of it. It's very limited what you're seeing here, but it still has great potential. Of course, this is not going to be a HasLab. This is going to be a made-to-order product for 2027. Basically, what they're looking at is to put it out at a reasonable price. No price was officially announced, but we'll see more in August about this. Then they expect the pre-order window to open up in September, normally 45 days. Then as well, we will actually see a prototype of the vehicle in as part of New York Comic-Con. So basically August, September, October, and basically they are looking to get this out to the customers next summer. So anyways, it'll be very interesting. I have some issues with it, but you know what? It's a render reveal, so you can't really deep dive too much into what it looks like because it can take on some weird looks or whatever, right? Sometimes it's just like the figures. The render reveal gives you an idea of what the product is. We've got to see the actual figure to see how that translated into a real life product. So I mean, I think that for the Thunder Machine, my only one issue right now, it seems like the front is very thin, like not very wide, and then it bulges out to fit maybe whatever the back end is made out of compared to the front end. It looks kind of weird, a little off-putting, but that's just my personal opinion. I do think the Thunder Machine is going to sell very well because, like I've been saying for weeks, there's a lot of people out there in the classified community that absolutely love their Dreadnoks. So, and a side note to that, apparently, BMAC mentioned that at the panel that Thrasher will actually be sold separately, not as a pack-in to the Thunder Machine. I'm wondering if that's a cost reduction measure, or basically they're looking for you to army build these things. You don't need 5 Thrashers, but you can maybe do with 5 Thunder Machines. Anyways, hopefully it'll reduce the price a bit, and you know what, as we get more details about that, we'll let you know. And of course, the Arctic 3 pack was shown off. Now, we've seen this like a year ago, and finally we were getting more details. It will go up for pre-order on August 26th. So it's very nice that they're kind of spacing out those pre-orders for us. Anyways, I'll keep you up to date on that. Check an eye on the community page. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a post on the community page. So that's basically the show. They ran through it pretty quick. It was a really good panel. The highlights for me are some of the name only reveals. I'm very interested to see how the Heat Viper turns out. He's always been a favorite of mine as well. I'm very curious to see more of that Thunder Machine. The thing is, if you've been here this long and you would listen to me rant, think about watching this other video right here as well. We do appreciate your support, so make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and bell if you could. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Goodbye. broke my normal stand here, so I gotta do this hand thing. It's gonna be a weird video.